Hello, students of class 10. Today we are going to see chapter 10 Natural Vegetation. So, from this chapter, we are going to see correlation of forest with environment. Forests play a vital role in protecting the environment by performing the following functions. Forests are the moderators of climate. So, they play an effective role in controlling humidity, temperature, and precipitation. You can see where there is more forest, more rainfall will be there, temperature also will be controlled, isn't it? So next, they dominate in carbon cycle. Like trees, they absorb atmospheric carbon dioxide and help in maintaining the purity of air and controlling atmospheric pollution. So if there is polluted area or industrial areas and all, if we plant the trees there, at least we can control little pollution, isn't it? Nowadays you can see government making so much of plan, and they are planting the trees middle of the roads, isn't it? So that pollution can be controlled. Next is that forests help in controlling soil erosion, soil degradation, and floods. So, in the forest, trees, their roots will hold the soil so tightly that in the time of floods, you can see less soil erosion takes place, isn't it? So, that is why they are very helpful in land reclamation and flood control. Forests help in water percolation so that they maintain underground water table. Decay of plant leaves provides humus to the soil and increases their fertility. So you can see the forest soil are very fertile, that is due to the humus. Next we'll see forest conservation. Man has been over exploiting the forest to satisfy not only his needs but also his greed. That is, for his needs, is exploiting the forest, and in order to make profit, he goes on exploiting the forest here, isn't it? So, this has led to a decline in the forest cover. And due to the rapid population growth, there is a great demand for food. So, in order to grow food, what the people are doing? They are clearing the forest and converting them into agricultural land. So here you can see that forest is exploited or forest is cleared. Forests have been converted into pasture land for expanding dairy farming and cattle ranching. Overgrazing in forests by animals in the tropical and subtropical regions has resulted into large scale degradation of natural vegetation. Even increasing demand of timber for various purposes due to industrial expansion and urbanization has also added to deforestation. Next, you can see construction of multi-purpose river valley projects. So this also has led to the submergence of land and destruction of forested river sites also. Next we'll see what are the effect of all these things. Decline in forests have led to the decline in the forest productivity. So as forest has been declined, you can see we get less forest products, isn't it? Next is absence of forest cover leads to soil erosion. So here when forest is not there, then soil erosion will be more. Lack of forest cover reduces precipitation, thus causes droughts. So here earlier I told you that if there is more forest, then more rainfall will be getting, isn't it? Temperature will be reducing and all. So now if forest is not there means what will happen? The precipitation also reduces. If rain is not there means then there will be a condition of droughts. Forests use carbon dioxide during photosynthesis, but the absence of forests allow more concentration of carbon dioxide in atmosphere because of its non consumption. So as the forest is not there, what will happen? More carbon dioxide will be produced in the atmosphere. So finally it will be affecting and it leads to global warming also. Next we'll see conservation measures. Increasing the area under forest, afforestation around industrial units, then stopping indiscriminate felling of trees, establishing corridors between different reserved forests, using alternative sources of energy, proper legislation and its implementation, people's participation. Okay, so here increasing the area under forest. So here you can see that loss of forest can be remedied by a massive programs like planting the trees. So planting the trees where the wastelands and the land which is unfit for agriculture, so these areas we can plant more trees. Next is that afforestation around industrial units. So earlier I told you that trees can control the pollution here, isn't it? So the level of pollution is more in the areas where industries are located, that is especially iron and steel plants. So in these areas we have to plant more trees so that the air emissions from the manufacturing plants emit particulate matters like sulfur oxides, nitrogen oxides, hydrocarbons, hydrogen. All these polluted air can be little bit controlled here. So these trees will act as a barrier for the dust and purify the air also. Next, stopping indiscriminate felling of trees here. So there should be a strict ban on cutting down of the trees. So if a tree has to be cut, then necessary permission has to be obtained. So by doing so we can stop the felling of trees. Next is establishing corridors between different reserved forest. So here corridors should be established in different reservoir forests to allow the migration of wild animals. So this will also help numerous species of animals to use these corridors for their dispersal and migration. So corridors means we have to plant more trees there. Using alternative sources of energy, like for burning the fire we use lots of firewood. So instead of using firewood we can go for other sources of energy, like solar energy we can go, tidal energy, hydel energy, etc. Proper legislation and its implementation. So strict laws should be made to check deforestation. Otherwise, what will happen? People will be going on cutting down the trees. So proper care should be taken to see that these laws are strictly implemented. People's participation. So here the local communities also, they also have to participate more in order to protect the forest. So they can involve themselves in various programs and make a plan to stop deforestation, and they can plant more trees. So children, I hope this module or this video was clear to you all. So go through the chapter once again. Thank you children. Have a nice day.